You're not failing because you're not trying. You're failing because you're trapped in a system designed to keep you just surviving, but never truly wealthy. Every day, you wake up, work, spend, and save, following what society calls the right path. Yet the harder you work, the further you drift from financial freedom. This isn't your fault. It's the result of an invisible trap that holds most of the middle class in place. And unless you recognize it, it will quietly hold you there for life. The system isn't broken, it's built this way. But now you've found the map. Let's expose the 5 financial mistakes silently keeping you stuck and reveal the strategy to escape, one step at a time. There's a harsh truth most people never dare to confront. The current system isn't built to help you rise. It's built to keep you spinning inside a financial cage. You go to school, get a job, pay your bills, and hope for stability. But the more you follow the script, the deeper you sink. This isn't personal failure. It's the outcome of a system designed to keep you surviving, not thriving. You're not here to get rich. You're here to stay just comfortable enough to never question the game. It's not broken. It's engineered to benefit everyone except you. You might believe you have financial control because you have a stable job. But in truth, you're trapped in a subtle loop. Every month, your income arrives and disappears just as quickly. Bills, debt, stress, and adult responsibilities drain your time and energy until you're too tired to think strategically. The scariest part? Most people don't even know they're trapped, because the trap is disguised as being responsible. But ask yourself, responsible to whom? This system doesn't create wealth, it breeds dependence, and those who don't see it never escape. If you want out of this trap, the first step is to ask the right question. Whose game am I playing? If you've never learned how to manage money, build assets, or leverage your income, you're playing on someone else's field without knowing the rules. And in any game where you don't know the rules, you always lose. This world doesn't reward effort alone. It rewards strategy, leverage, and clarity. Freedom starts the moment you stop following someone else's plan and start creating your own. We were raised to believe that hard work is the key to success. But in today's world, that belief leads not to wealth, but to exhaustion. You were told that effort equals reward, but no one taught you leverage. The more time you trade for money, the less time you have to build wealth. While you labor harder, others use assets to generate income. Both are working, but only one is compounding. The other is simply burning out. Effort is important, but effort in the wrong system becomes a trap. The mistake lies in betting everything on one resource, your own labor. That model puts a cap on your income and builds dependence. Wealthy individuals know that real growth comes not from effort alone, but from systems that scale results beyond their personal time. They don't just work harder, they work smarter, with intention, tools, and structure that amplify their actions. The working class exchanges time for survival. The wealthy invest time for freedom. It's not about being busier. It's about creating systems that work without you. If you're working 10 hours a day and still living paycheck to paycheck, the problem isn't laziness, it's direction. You're putting effort into a model that can never scale. Hard work without strategy becomes a treadmill. You run endlessly but never move forward. To escape the middle-class trap, you must stop believing that hustle alone is enough. Wealth belongs to those who understand leverage, build assets, and make their time multiply. In money, the winner isn't the one who tries hardest, it's the one who plays smartest. Depending entirely on one stream of income is one of the most dangerous mistakes a person can make. It may sound like stability, but it's actually fragile in disguise. Your job feels secure until a layoff, a health emergency, or a market crash proves otherwise. Your entire life, bills, rent, food, your children's future, rests on one paycheck. That's not safety. That's a single point of failure. And in today's world, that's financial Russian roulette. The wealthy never bet everything on one stream. They spread risk and build multiple incomes: investments, side businesses, royalties, dividends, digital assets. Each income source becomes a pillar. If one falls, the others hold. The middle class, meanwhile, clings to one job, hoping it will always be enough. But when that income disappears, they have nothing to catch the fall. True financial freedom is not about how much you make, it's about how many doors stay open when one shuts. If you lost your main income today, how long could you survive? That question reveals whether you have financial control or are living on a wire. Stop thinking of side income as optional. It's essential. Even a small second income, a digital product, freelance skill, small investment can become your safety net. And once you build the second, build the third. The goal isn't to work more, it's to build resilience. Because when your income has depth, so does your freedom. It sounds responsible to save money in the bank, but it's one of the quietest wealth killers there is. Most people think their money is safe in a savings account, but that safety is an illusion. While your balance might grow by 0.1% interest, inflation is stealing 7 to 10% of its value every year. You're not growing richer, you're growing poorer, silently and systematically. You're not saving, you're slowly bleeding capital while the system profits from your passivity. Banks don't just store your money, they use it. They lend it out at high interest, invest it, flip it into profit streams. You get pennies in return. You are the lender, but without the rewards. And if you ever try to access too much of your own money at once, expect restrictions, delays, and penalties. The truth is, banks make money from your deposits. The wealthy understand this game. They don't hoard money, they circulate it into assets that grow, cash flow, and appreciate. Keeping some cash for emergencies is smart, but if all your wealth is sitting still, you're not building, you're freezing. Money must move to grow. Start shifting it into investments that beat inflation. Index funds, real estate, high-yield businesses, or skill-based assets. Don't wait to have more. Start where you are. Your money should be your employee, not your prisoner. Saving is for survival. Investing is for freedom. Learn the difference, and your money will stop sleeping and start working for you. You can be careful with spending, save diligently, and still fall behind financially. Why? Because there's a hidden thief draining your wealth every day. Inflation. It's the silent tax no one votes for, no one sees, but everyone pays. Prices go up, wages stay flat, purchasing power shrinks. You may feel like you're doing everything right, but if your money isn't growing faster than inflation, you're slowly going broke, and you don't even realize it. Imagine filling a bucket with water, believing one day it will overflow. Now imagine there's a small leak at the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, it never fills up. That leak is inflation. The dollar in your account today will buy less tomorrow. The food, the rent, the utilities, they all cost more year after year. If you're saving without investing, you're not building wealth. You're pouring into a system designed to drain you. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to catch up. To win this game, your returns must outpace inflation. That means getting out of the bank vault and into assets that move. Real estate, stocks, businesses, even skills that increase your income potential. Every year you delay investing is a year inflation wins. And the most dangerous part? Inflation doesn't scream, it whispers. It doesn't shock you today, it steals from your future silently. Only those who see the leak early can plug it before the damage is done. One of the most limiting beliefs people carry is this: it's too late for me. They think if they didn't start investing in their 20s or weren't born into wealth, the opportunity has passed. So they settle. But that mindset is a financial death sentence. Wealth isn't reserved for the young or the lucky. It's built by those who start when they wake up, not when the world tells them it's ideal. The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time is now. Too many stand on the platform, watching success trains go by, whispering, if only I had started earlier. But the truth is, another train is always coming. Every day is a new chance to sow seeds, whether it's learning a new skill, starting a side hustle, or investing even a small amount. A tree planted today might seem small, but in 5 or 10 years, it offers shade, fruit, and legacy. The danger isn't starting late, it's never starting at all. Wealth isn't built on perfect timing, it's built on consistency and commitment. You don't need a fortune to begin, you need direction. One smart decision followed by another. A dollar invested, a habit formed, a risk taken. The compound effect favors action, not age. Don't waste another year waiting. Start where you are, with what you have, and keep going. The only people who never build wealth are the ones still thinking about it. Everyone else? They're already on the train. Most people aren't trapped because of lack of effort. They're trapped because they're running on outdated mental software. From childhood, we're programmed with the same script. Go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, retire old. It once worked. But in today's fast-changing world, this formula is broken. We're trying to play a new game with old rules. And the result? Stagnation, frustration, and confusion. Your income can't grow if your thinking stays small. Mindset isn't optional, it's foundational. The middle-class mindset values security over opportunity, comfort over growth, stability over freedom. But what's sold as safe often becomes the most dangerous trap. Those who win financially think differently. They don't chase certainty, they pursue adaptability. They don't fear risk, they manage it. They don't work for money, they build systems that make money work for them. While most people ask, what's the safest route? The wealthy ask, what's the smartest leverage? Success begins when you question everything you were taught to obey. If you want new results, you need a new operating system. That starts with unlearning. Challenge every belief you've inherited about money. Is saving always smart? Is a 9-to-5 job really safe? Is avoiding risk the best strategy or the fastest path to irrelevance? Your thinking creates your ceiling, and if that ceiling is built from fear, tradition, and outdated rules, you'll never break through. Upgrade your mindset, and you upgrade your future. Leave it untouched, and you'll keep wondering why nothing ever changes. Wealthy individuals don't just work harder, they work differently. While most people spend their lives trading time for money, the wealthy build systems that make money without their constant effort. They don't hustle for income. They design assets that generate cash flow on autopilot. The difference isn't in the hours, it's in the structure. The wealthy don't grind harder. They build smarter machines. Every hour they invest is aimed at creating something that lasts beyond their presence. They don't save money to feel safe. They circulate money to make it grow. While the middle class hoards cash in low-yield accounts, the wealthy invest in appreciating assets, real estate, equities, businesses. They use money as a tool, not a trophy. They don't learn to collect credentials. They learn to solve problems, create value, and multiply results. They don't wait for permission or opportunity. They build their own tables and bring others to sit with them. Luck isn't their strategy, leverage is. Above all, they don't avoid risk. They manage and command it. While others run from uncertainty, the wealthy move toward it with preparation and vision. They aren't loyal to companies, they're loyal to freedom. They don't ask, how can I earn more? They ask, how can I detach income from my time? Their principles are rooted in control, clarity, and ownership. The wealthy play a different game with different goals, using different rules. And once you learn those rules, you realize wealth isn't about chance, it's about choices. Escaping the financial trap doesn't start by earning more, it starts by asking better questions. The first one is simple but profound. Who is my money really working for? If the answer is bills, debt, and expenses, then you're not building wealth, you're sustaining a system that benefits others. Awareness is step one. Track every dollar, where it comes from, where it goes, and whether it's buying you freedom or just survival. Without control of your cash flow, you're not in charge, you're on autopilot. Next comes building a strong financial foundation. Start with a small emergency fund. Trim mindless spending. Invest in skills that generate income. Don't dive into risky investments until your base is stable. Once it is, begin stacking income streams. Freelance work, digital products, micro investments, anything that moves money toward growth, not decay. Each new stream you build is one less reason to panic, one more step toward independence. You don't need millions to begin, you need momentum. Finally, redesign your life around systems that support freedom. Your calendar should reflect value creation, not just activity. Every choice should build equity, time equity, skill equity, or financial equity. If it doesn't scale or compound, question it. The wealthy don't hope to be free someday. They architect freedom from day one. You don't need to change everything overnight, but you do need to start moving, strategically, intentionally, and with clarity. The sooner you build your escape plan, the sooner the system stops owning you. At this point, you can't unknow what you've seen. You now understand how the trap works, and more importantly, how people stay trapped by choice, not force. You can't keep following the old formula and expect new outcomes. Life is a game of decisions. And today you face two. Continue spinning in the system built to exhaust you, or make the conscious choice to step out and build your own path. Inaction is still a decision. Comfort is still a cage. If you still believe that working harder will eventually pay off, then 5 years from now, you'll likely be in the exact same place, only more tired and further behind. But if you choose to pivot today, your trajectory changes. Wealth isn't reserved for the lucky. It belongs to those who design it with purpose, those who break old patterns, those who stop playing defense and start playing offense. You don't need perfect conditions, you need commitment, clarity, and courage. You've seen the system. You've understood the cost of staying passive. Now the question is, what will you do about it? Will you nod in agreement and go back to business as usual? Or will you act like someone who refuses to stay stuck? Financial freedom isn't an illusion. It's a formula, executed consistently by those bold enough to break away. If you're waiting for someone to rescue you, stop. No one is coming. But you're more than enough. You're not just the problem. You are the solution. You're not broke because you're lazy. You're broke because you've been programmed wrong. The system was never built for your freedom. It was designed for your compliance. But now you've seen the map. The only question left is, do you have the courage to walk it? Wealth isn't for the lucky, it's for the strategic. You don't need a new life, you need better choices, repeated daily. Every small decision becomes a brick in the foundation of freedom, or a chain in your prison. The difference is action. Don't live another day stuck in someone else's plan. Rewrite your own. Build it with clarity. Build it with fire. You deserve more. And the journey to wealth doesn't start tomorrow. It starts the moment you decide.